ప్రభుత్వ సహకారాలే ఉండగా హాయిగా మన చదువులు షురు. అదే డిజిటల్ గురు, అదే డిజిటల్ గురు.
Hello children, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the next session of the digital class. Living organisms perform some basic processes for survival and perpetuation of the race. These processes are called as life processes. Nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion and reproduction are the life processes. Out of these, first four, that is nutrition, respiration, circulation and excretion, help in the survival of the organism, whereas the last one, that is reproduction, it helps in perpetuation of the race. What do you mean by perpetuation of the race? That is continuation of the race from generation to generation. This is reproduction. So today we are going to discuss about the topic, that is reproduction in animals. What is reproduction? Here, before going to that, let us see here what you will be learning by the end of this lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will be learning what is reproduction, what are the different types of reproductions, what are oviparous and viviparous animals, what are external and internal fertilizations, explaining the process of budding in hydra and yeast, and how the process of binary fission occurs in amoeba and paramecium. Before going to see all these things, let us first see what is meant by reproduction. So, what is reproduction? The ability of an organism to produce young ones of the same species is called as reproduction. Re means again, production means giving. So, that is nothing but again giving birth to the young ones of the same species is called as reproduction. Now, you can see here with this, a plant give rise to a baby plant. Here you can see a mango plant is there which gives rise to baby mango plant. Isn't it children? Now, lions, they give to their young ones called cubs. Goat gives to young ones called kids. Elephant gives young ones called calves. Ducks give their young ones called ducklings. Dogs give to their young ones called puppies. Sheep give their young ones called lambs. Hen give the young ones called chicks. Cat gives the young ones called kittens. And human being give the young ones called kids. So, all these are nothing but production of same species. So, that is the ability of an organism to produce the young ones of the same species is called as reproduction. Hope you have understood children. Now, do all the organisms lay the eggs or they produce the young ones directly? So, you might have seen in your surroundings different types of organisms are there, isn't it? Have you observed them carefully? Do they have the ears? Now, see in this tabular form that some animals are having external ears and some animals do not have the external ears. So, now animals with external ears are deer, leopard, pig, buffaloes, cats, dogs, human beings, etc. And animals without external ears are fish, frog, sparrow, lizard, snake, hen, crow, etc. So, some animals have external ears and some animals do not have external ears. Is it clear children now? Yes. Coming to this, not only external ears. So, you may get a doubt now, if they do not have the ears, then how do they will be hearing? So, they will be having some sense organs in their body, with the help of that they will be able to hear the things. Is it clear children? Now, Apart from this external ears, some epidermal hairs are also present. So, let us see now which animals will be having this epidermal hairs. See this tabular form, children. Now, cow is the animal which is having external ears and as well as epidermal hair. Fish don't have external ears and no hair. Cat has both ears and hair. Dog also has ears and hair. Snake do not have ears and don't have hair. Human beings, we the human beings, do we have ears? Yes. Do we have hair? Yes. Lizards, they don't have ears, they don't have hair, isn't it, children? Tigers, they will be having ears and as well as hair. So, by seeing this tabular form, what you can conclude? You can conclude that the animals which are having external ears, they also have epidermal hairs. Okay, children, have you seen the tabular form? Do you have any connection there? Yes, there is a connection that the organisms which are having external ears also have epidermal hairs, and those organisms which are having both this, they won't lay the eggs, they will be giving birth to the young ones. Now let us see what are they called as. So the first one is oviparous animals. So what are oviparous animals? The animals that lay eggs are called oviparous animals. They do not have epidermal hairs and external ears. Examples are hen, birds, fishes, frog, lizards, etc. Now children, see here, some slides are given, you can observe them carefully. What is the first one? Pigeon. The next is fishes. Do they have ears? Do they have hair? No, isn't it? Next, butterflies, frogs. They are also not having epidermal hair, isn't it, children? Next, see the hen and the snake. So, all these organisms, they lay the eggs, that is why they are called as oviparous animals. Is it clear, children? Yes. Now, let us see what is meant by viviparous animals. So, what are viviparous animals? Organisms which give birth to young ones are called as viviparous animals. They have external ears and as well as epidermal hair. Examples are cow, buffalo, goat, pigs, monkeys and as well as human beings. Is it clear, children? Now see here, tiger and cat, they will be giving birth to the young ones directly. Bear, giraffe, they have ears and as well as epidermal hair. Horse, human beings, they also give birth to the young ones directly. So, all these organisms, they are giving birth directly to the young ones. They are called as viviparous animals. Is it clear, children? So, this is regarding about oviparous and viviparous animals. What are those? Before going to that, let us see what are the differences between oviparous animals and viviparous animals. Oviparous animals, they lay the eggs and they undergo the process of external fertilization. It means that zygote develop outside the female body. Whereas viviparous animals, they give birth to the young ones. Here, internal fertilization takes place where the zygote develops inside the female body. Survival chances are less in case of oviparous animals, whereas survival chances are more in case of viviparous animals. Birds, reptiles, amphibians, insects, fishes undergoes reproduction where they will be laying eggs, that is why they are called as oviparous animals. Whereas most of the mammals, they are viviparous animals which give birth to the young ones. Is it clear, children? Yes. Now, coming to the reproduction modes, there are two modes of reproduction. What are those? Let us see. They are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So, the two modes of reproductions are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. So, what is meant by asexual reproduction? So, here let us see what is asexual reproduction. The process of reproduction where there is no production and no fusion of gametes. Gametes are not produced and they are not fused. That type of reproduction is called as asexual reproduction. It is common in microorganisms, that is lower organisms. Now, what do you mean by sexual reproduction? Let us see now. So, sexual reproduction, it is a process of reproduction where there is production and fusion of gametes. That is called as sexual reproduction. Where does it occur? It is common in higher organisms. Is it clear, children? This is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. There are some differences between them. Let us see what are the differences between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Now, asexual reproduction, it involves only one organism, that is uniparentalities, whereas sexual reproduction, it is uniparental or biparental. In case of asexual reproduction, gametes are not produced, whereas in sexual reproduction, gametes are produced. The fertilization process occurs in sexual reproduction where there is no fertilization process in asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, it mostly occurs in microorganisms, whereas sexual reproduction takes place in higher organisms. Asexual reproduction occurs by a process called as budding, binary fission, sporulation, etc., whereas sexual reproduction occurs due to pollination and fertilization. So, these are the differences between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Hope you have understood, children. Now, we will be studying in detail about asexual reproduction. So, what is asexual reproduction? In this process, there is no production of gametes and no fusion of gametes. That reproduction is called as asexual reproduction. So, now here, asexual reproduction, it involves different methods such as budding, binary fission, sporulation, etc. We will be studying in detail about the process called as budding. So, what is budding? Where does it occur? Let us see now. Asexual reproduction occurs in lower organisms. So, now we will be studying in detail about asexual reproduction. So, here budding, sporulation, binary fission are the different types of asexual reproductions. We will be seeing now budding in detail. Where does it occur? How does it occur? We will be seeing now. So, now first, what is budding? See here, children. It is an asexual method of reproduction. In this process, new individuals are produced from small part of the parent's body, that is called as bud. Where does it occur? It is seen in hydra and yeast. Now, here we will be seeing how the asexual process, that is how budding takes place in hydra. See this, children? This is hydra. Hydra's parent hydra, slowly it develops the bud. Slowly in the second figure you can see a bud is slowly developing, and this bud develops mouth and as well as tentacles, and after some time it detaches from the parent hydra and develop into the daughter hydra. So, this is how the process of budding takes place. Is it clear, children? Now, let us see a video how the process of budding takes place. What is this, children? It is a hydra. Hydra is a freshwater organism. So, it is a multicellular organism. It has a body which is tubular body, and hair-like structures at the end, they are called as tentacles. Slowly you observe, children, here a bud is developed. So, here this bud, it is growing from the parent body. Is it clear, children? Are you able to see here? Yes, see here, this is the bud slowly growing. It is developing its hair-like structures here, that is called as daughter hydra. Is it clear, children? So, this process where parent hydra develops into a daughter hydra is seen. Here, children, you can see how the process of budding occurs under a microscope. When you observe it under the microscope, I said already that hydra is a microscopic organism. We cannot see it with our naked eyes. So, under the microscope, you can see that from a parent hydra, slowly a daughter hydra develops as a bud. A small bulge appears, that bulge will be growing into the bud. That bud slowly develops a mouth at the oral end, and it also develops tentacles Is it clear, children? Are you able to see? See here how the daughter hydra, after developing, it tries to detach from the mother hydra. See how it will be doing. So what it will do is, it holds its tentacles with the help of tentacles. It holds some strong structure and detaches from the parent hydra. After getting detached from the, see how it has detached? Yes, after getting from the parent hydra detached, it develops into new individual. So this process is called as budding, which is very common in a hydra, that is lower organisms. Here do you see anywhere the fusion of gametes? Anywhere the production of gametes? No. So that is why this is called as asexual reproduction. Is it clear, children? Budding, it also occurs in another organism called as yeast. So let us see now how the process of budding occurs in yeast. See here, children. So children, here now we will see how the process of budding occurs in yeast cell. We have now seen how the process of budding completed in hydra, isn't it, children? Now see the slide here, yeast. Here in this yeast, what happens? A parent cell is present, a parent organism is present. In this parent organism, the nucleus is present, which divides slowly into two. Now here, when it divides, slowly a bulge appears on its body, and this bulge grows in the size. After getting into this bulge growing into the size of a bud, the nucleus which is divided, one of the nucleus enters into the bud. When the nuclei has been entered into the bud, slowly the bud gets detached from the parent. Now the daughter yeast which is produced, it develops and it leads an independent life. So this process is called as budding. And here, do you see anywhere the fusion of gametes is there? Anywhere the production of gametes is there? No, there is no production of gametes and no fusion of gametes. That is why this is asexual reproduction. And reproduction occurred with the help of a developing of a bud. That is why this process is called as budding. Is it clear, children? Have you understood it? Okay. Now, let us go to the next process, that is called as binary fission. This is also one type of asexual reproduction. So this binary fission, it occurs in lower organisms such as amoeba, paramecium, etc. So see, children, what is binary fission? It is also asexual reproduction. In this process, single parent divides into two identical daughter cells. Where does it occur? It occurs in bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, etc. So now here you see in amoeba how the process of binary fission takes place. You can see here a parent cell is present. Amoeba, here it is having centrally located nucleus. The nucleus undergoes division and produces two daughter nuclei. After getting two daughter nuclei, they get separated to the corners, and slowly now the cytoplasm gets divided, and finally this results in the formation of two daughter cells. So here one parent cell giving rise to two daughter cells which are identical to the parent cell. So this process of reproduction is called as binary fission. Have you understood, children? Now let us see a video where the process of binary fission takes place in amoeba. Are you ready to see it? Yes. Yes, children. Now you can see here. So this is amoeba. Amoeba is a freshwater organism. It is a protozoa. It is a microscopic organism. It has centrally located nucleus, and it has some finger-like projections. Those projections are called as pseudopodia. Inside the center it has a nucleus. In the nucleus it has genetic material that is called as chromatin material. And now this chromatin material, it condenses into chromosomes during the process of asexual reproduction. See here, children, how the chromatin material is condensed to chromosomes. Is it clear, children? See here, slowly the nucleus, it is dividing. You can see, children, here the chromatin material which is present in this, it will be divided into two, and slowly the nucleus gets separated, and the process of division of nucleus is called as karyokinesis. Now, two nuclei are produced from one nucleus, isn't it children? Is it clear? Are you able to see? Yes, two nuclei are present. Nucleus is singular, nuclei is plural. After getting two daughter nuclei, what happens? Slowly this cell membrane, it also undergoes the process of division, and the process of division of cell is called as cytokinesis. So, first karyokinesis takes place, then afterwards cytokinesis takes place, and after the process of cytokinesis, what happens? How many daughter amoebae you got? Two daughter amoebae. So, here one parent cell gave rise to two identical daughter cells. Is it clear children? So, that is why this process is called as binary fission. Binary means two, fission means division. So, one parent cell, it is dividing into two, that is why this process is called as binary fission. Have you understood children? Is it clear children? Have you anywhere seen here the production of gametes and fusion of gametes? No, isn't it? So, that is why this comes under asexual reproduction. So, this is about asexual reproduction. Now, let us see about sexual reproduction. What is meant by sexual reproduction? Already we have seen the process of reproduction where there is production and as well as fusion of gametes is called as sexual reproduction. Yes children, now we will be seeing how the process of reproduction takes place in plants. So, here reproduction in plants, coming to this, what is the reproductive part of a plant? That is nothing but the flower. So, flower is considered as the reproductive organ of a plant. See here children. So, here this one is the flower, that is a reproductive part of a plant. Let us see what are the different floral parts present. See in this picture children here, the stalk of the flower, here you can see this is the stalk of the flower. What is this called as? Pedicel. This pedicel, when it comes to the upper portion, slowly it gets swollen, and this swollen portion is called as thalamus. And now over the thalamus, the floral organs are arranged in the form of circles, that is called as whorls. So, there are four floral organs are there. What are they? The first one is calyx. Calyx is made up of sepals. Sepals are green in color. What is its function? It gives protection. Now, the second one is corolla. Corolla is made up of petals. They are very colorful. What is the function of this? It attracts the insects for the process of pollination. Now, the third whorl of the flower is the male reproductive part, that is called as andrecium. Andrecium, it consists of anthers. Inside the anther, pollen grains are present, and pollen grains are called as male gametes. Now, the next one is the innermost whorl of the flower is gynecium. Gynecium, it consists of basal ovary, long stalk-like structure called as style, and the tip is called as stigma. That is helpful for attracting the pollen grains. So, this is regarding about the different floral parts. So, this female gamete here is egg, male gamete is pollen. So, they undergo the process of fertilization and they result in the formation of a seed which develops into a new plant. This already you have studied in your lower classes. Is it clear children? We have recapitulated it once again. Now, let us see how the process of reproduction takes place in human beings, that is human reproductive system. This human reproductive system, it is sexual reproduction. Why it is sexual reproduction? Because in this gametes are produced and as well as fusion of gametes takes place. That is why it is called as sexual reproduction. Now, before going to see about human reproductive system, let us first discuss about the reproductive organs. So, here let us see here male reproductive system. So, in human beings, male reproductive system, it consists of a pair of testes which has seminal ducts, and these ducts open outside with the help of a penis. Where this is located? It is located in the lower abdominal region. Now these testes, they are oval and they produces sperms. So what are sperms? Sperms are the male gametes. So millions of sperms are produced at a time by the males. Is it clear, children? Now this is the sperm. Sperm is called as male gamete. It consists of different parts such as head, neck and tail. So inside the head it consists of nucleus, and the neck piece is useful for connecting head and tail, and mitochondria is also present in this middle piece, which provides energy for the sperm to move from one place to another place. Tail help in the process of swimming. So this is the structure of a sperm cell that is called as the male gamete. Is it clear, children, now? And it is what we say here, only haploid. It has only one set of chromosomes, that is why it is called as haploid. Is it clear, children? Now let us see regarding about the female reproductive system. So here this is the female reproductive system. See, children, here it has one pair of ovaries and it has one pair of oviducts. Oviducts are also called as fallopian tubules, and these fallopian tubules, they have finger-like projections at the end so that they can take the ovum from the ovaries, and a sac-like structure is present where these fallopian tubules open. This is called as uterus, and uterus opens outside through vagina. So this is regarding about the female reproductive system. Now the ovaries which are present here, they produces female gametes. So only one ovum is produced once in a month. Is it clear, children? And here the ovum which is produced will be taken by the fallopian tubules and they enter into the uterus, and in the uterus they will wait for the sperm to undergo the process of fertilization. Is it clear, children? Now here you see the structure of ovum. So ovum, it is nothing but it is the female gamete, and it also has only one set of chromosomes, and this is also haploid in nature, and it consists of centrally located nucleus and the cytoplasm is present. So this is regarding about the female gamete, that is ovum. Okay, now let us see till now what we have learned. Let us recapitulate once again what we have learned. The ability of an organism to produce the young ones of the same species is called as reproduction. Animals which lay eggs are called as oviparous animals, and the animals which give birth to the young ones are called as viviparous animals. The reproduction where there is no fusion of gametes is called as asexual reproduction, and the reproduction where there is fusion of gametes is called sexual reproduction. Budding, binary fission are the common methods of asexual reproduction which we have seen in detail. Is it clear, children? Now you have to do some assignment which I will be assigning you so that you can improve your learning. Improve your learning. Differentiate oviparous and viviparous animals. Next one. What would happen if all the organisms stop the process of reproduction? If the reproduction stops, so if there is no reproduction, what will happen? Think it. There will be no young ones. So there will be no generation, isn't it? The entire world will be extinct. So think about it and write down. Next one. Explain the budding in hydra. How the process of budding takes place in hydra. With the help of a neat label diagram, you can explain it. Next, compare asexual reproduction in hydra and amoeba. In hydra, how the asexual reproduction takes place? By a process called as budding. In amoeba, how asexual reproduction takes place? By a process called as binary fission. So what are the differences? You can write down here. Is it clear, children? Have you understood the lesson? Hope you have understood it. Okay, children. Thank you.